What's up, guys? Yeah, I know it's been a while, and all you Battlefield purists, before you hit the dislike button, hear me out. If you like me as me, watch the video objectively, because that's what this video is going to be. Don't rate this based on what the game content is, because I'm going to talk very objectively about my thoughts on Black Ops 2. And this is actually a very tricky video for me to do. I was really debating doing this yesterday, and I wasn't sure I was ready for it because I didn't know how you guys would react to it. Because being a channel that used to focus a lot on Black Ops, like I got my first, like I said in my question and answer type video for my 500th video, I talked a little bit about how, my first 10,000 subs were Call of Duty related, and I enjoyed playing Call of Duty, but that's not the only game I posted. And I was thinking about, I was like, man, I really want to talk about this. There's a lot of things on my mind about Call of Duty, and I was really wondering if you guys could objectively listen to it. I mean, I'm not saying that as an insult or anything, but sometimes, it's not really the way I present the information. It's how people feel about insert blank subject. And, COD leaves a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth, and I understand that. I mean, every year, media hype shoves it down your throat, and I can see where people get annoyed with that. But to me, Black Ops has always been a game I really enjoyed. I always have a lot of respect for Treyarch. I think they try really hard to innovate. And, I sat down and I watched 2 hours of live stream while I was working today, just trying to catch up on all the stuff, looking at all the new stuff. They've revamped the knife. That's going to be awesome. That's one thing I didn't miss, but is the knife. Because in Battlefield, it's really hard to get a knife. There's none of that panic knifing type stuff. Although, the other day I did get knifed from the front, and that was pretty frustrating. But for the most part, Call of Duty is a pretty mindless game. There's not a lot of tactics in it. I'll be the first to admit that. But it's fun, and there's nothing wrong with having fun in Call of Duty. It is a fun game. I primarily played it on the Xbox. I played a little bit on PC, as you guys know. And it's just a fun game. Has Black Ops 2 won me over completely? No. Do I think it looks like it could be good? Yes. Do I think there's some flaws that I can already see right off the bat? Yes. For one, the new perk system looks overly complicated. At first I thought about it, I was like, man, this sounds awesome, they're really going to balance things out, but the more you think about it, the more you kind of realize, hey, there's a lot of components here, and if we've learned one thing, every year Call of Duty seems to get more complex, more complex, more complex. I think Battlefield kind of suffers from the same thing, and then you run into problems with balancing issues. I think that was an example with the frag rounds. I mean, it was just something that had never really been in a game like it was implemented in Battlefield, and frag rounds were just completely overpowered. So I think there's a lot that could really go wrong with Black Ops 2, but they seem to be doing things right. They seem really focused on the community aspect, really focused on making the game enjoyable, and kind of toning back that BS that we all have. I mean, every game has BS. There's no way around that. I know Battlefield has no shortcomings in terms of BS. And I know you guys will all agree on me with that. I mean, there's plenty of things in Battlefield that just really grind all our gears, I'm sure. But for the most part, I think that Treyarch is doing a good job trying to listen to us, trying to make a go of having a successful game. Gunplay to me looks super awesome, but there's one glaring issue that really stands out to me, and that's my biggest concern with Black Ops 2 is how fast the gun kills. And if you remember, Black Ops 1, the guns killed pretty slow. If you sit down and think about it, the guns killed very slow. I mean, compared to like COD 4, COD 2, World at War, all those games, Black Ops was a change of pace, and that's one thing I enjoyed about it. I feel like the more skilled player got the kill in Black Ops as opposed to other Call of Duty games, and it was a very innovative Call of Duty in my eyes, because it kind of changed the formula. They took some risk, and they're taking some more risk with Black Ops 2, and I hope that they stick to that formula. I hope that was just something because they're on perfect connections, because latency does come into play. That may be one of the reasons why Black Ops 1 seems so laggy to a lot of people. So that's one of the things I've noticed. Kill streaks to me, they seem very toned back, which is a very Treyarch kind of line of thinking. They always believe in having kill streaks really toned back, and I saw that in some of the live stream footage, and I was like, man, this looks like it could be awesome. Because there's one other complaint I had about Modern Warfare 3, besides map design, but we'll get to that in a second, was that the kill streaks just were overwhelming. I mean, there was just too much going on. I mean, to the point where you could not even enjoy yourself, because every 5 minutes some 18 and 30 person calls in an EMP and completely ruins the game for people who are doing well. So that's one of the things that I noticed about Black Ops 2 that really kind of made me feel like they're going in the right direction. They're actually going to sit down and get rid of that aspect where skill doesn't come into play. To me, I was a good Black Ops player. I had almost a 3 KD in this game and like a 6 win loss, and I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun playing in it. But from time to time, you got to mix things up, and Battlefield to me just was more captivating. I moved on to that, and that's not to say I can't still have fun playing Call of Duty, and I totally intend to give it a fair shake, but I'm not going to give it the shake that I gave Modern Warfare 3. If it sucks, back to Medal of Honor, back to Battlefield 3 DLC. Not that I'm ever going to leave Battlefield 3 stuff. I totally plan on posting plenty of that, so don't fret. But for the most part, I think that there's a lot of things that Treyarch's doing right. I looked at the map designs; they look so much like COD 4 maps, and that's something I'm really excited about. I know Modern Warfare 3 tried really hard to tone back the maps, but really all they did was make a giant mess. I mean, that was one of the worst things about Modern Warfare 3. No matter how much they fixed the spawns, the maps in that game were just absolutely horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So that's one of the things that I think that they seem to be doing right. They're really focusing on the competitive aspect of the game. They're really focusing on making it a fun game, and that's something that I don't know a lot of developers really focus on. I know Infinity Ward, they focus more on presenting this awesome game to the public, kind of that Michael Bay type marketing. And they don't focus a lot on what's practical in the game, and that's one of the things I like about Treyarch. So I am really excited for Black Ops 2. Do I think it's going to be perfect? No. Am I still skeptical? Yes. But I think David Vonderhaar and the team seems to be doing a good job, so I will give it a fair shake. But those are just some of my random thoughts, guys. I know this was a little bit of a longer video, and I slapped some more gameplay up here because I went over a little bit. But let me know, guys. Will you give Black Ops a fair shake? I know there's so many good games out. It's really hard to compete. I mean, Halo 4, Assassin's Creed 3, Medal of Honor, all the Battlefield DLCs. So there's a lot to compete with Black Ops. So will you guys give it a fair shake? Let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.